I'm Chris Sesta. I'm the chef and owner here at the In-Between restaurant. Been here for 30 years.
Okay.
And I'm here to tell you about the merits of the digital dining POS system. When you look at the cost of different systems, I think this system is the best value because it does everything for you. And I tell you right now, if you don't have a point of sale system, you're losing out on a lot of money and a lot of time, because it's a tool and it's as necessary to me as one of my stoves or convection ovens. It's just part of your operation. As long as you're accepting a dupe for every item that goes out of the bar or the kitchen, the system actually will pay for itself over time. Everything that's sold goes through the system, and that's the important part, is nothing leaves the bar or the kitchen without that printed dupe. So it keeps track of your tax, your accounts receivable, accounts payable. Just a great system. So we have house accounts, prepayments we can accept in that for banquets. Keeps it simple. Our gift certificates all run through the system. It does the payroll, daily timesheets, and you know that's so important, that data, because also it's backed up. You can go back months, years, sales figures. We've got Mother's Day coming up. We can go down and see exactly what we sold on Mother's Day to prep for the following year as a good guide. So it's a very valuable tool for us. And you know, instead of keeping paper records, which we used to do, we used to handwrite, you know, how many we sold and keep a lot of notes. Now we can just go into the date, bring it up, there's our sales, right down to the last glass of wine, right down to each individual dessert.
Okay.
Very valuable tool for us. Digital dining is really the best out there in the market. We've done a lot of research. We move slow when it comes to major purchases like that. We investigate, we look into everything. And you get what you pay for here. So, you know, this is definitely the best. You know, I recommend it. And, you know, the system, there's never a problem with them being ahead of the curve on what's needed in the restaurant industry. They're always there. It's available to you. You know, our next step is the gift carding, which now we do our own gift certificates, and we see a lot of benefits for the gift cards, running them through the system. And it's one system, and it does it all. Yeah, we call Dumac on a regular basis. They're available 24/7 for us. If there's an issue, it's taken care of immediately. They call you right back. Usually they can fix the problem or walk you through it, or they can dial right in, get on the computer, fix it. We're 100% pleased with the support and service that we get from Dumac. We take comfort in having a software support agreement with Dumac, and I think it's a very good value, because all we need to do is call in. They can walk us through the problem, call us, fix it right away. There's never been any downtime with this system. 90% of the problems are taken care of right in-house at Dumac or over the phone, to complete satisfaction. I mean, I can't say enough about the service and the experts down there at Dumac. They really know their business, and they know the system. So they understand that, you know, this is a business, nights and weekends. They're available at those times, and they're there, and it takes literally 5 minutes from phone call to usually start correcting a problem, which there are very few problems with this system. I find it, all of the software that's built into the system captures, stores, backs up, and a lot of redundancy in the program, so you have the data always there. There's different point of sale systems out there. We researched, looked at them, went into restaurants. I have a lot of friends being involved with the Chefs Association. I know most all of the operations in the Syracuse area. And when we looked at all the systems and their features, this was the best one for us. Not so much that it's a very good software program and it's upgradable, which it is. It's the support that Dumac offers in both the hardware and the software support. Without that, you could have the best system in the world, but if you don't have a good company behind it, you're going to have problems. And this is where we felt it was a good value because of the Dumac history and their people and their expertise. The technicians down there at DuMac are very knowledgeable in the system. And not only that, they see a lot of different operations and how they apply it and what works best for them. And they offer those tips to us and whoever else has the software. You know, for processing payroll, batching credit cards, they know all the ins and outs. And if there's a glitch or if there's a quicker, easier way to do it, they know about it. I mean, today's business climate, you know, it dictates that you really need to have a tool like digital dining, and you need to use it with a customer appreciation, frequent diners, couponing right through the system, tracking sales, tracking costs. One of our recent upgrades was purchasing a surveillance system with 3 cameras. That in and of itself has deterred theft. It's one thing to know when you have this control of a point of sale system, but also you have in a restaurant people coming and going constantly, and if there's ever an issue or an accident or a theft, you've got that peace of mind that you've got the recording going on. And you know, your deliveries, your prep areas, your prep kitchens, it's a different world today. And I don't think you can really go in any public business or operation and not see a surveillance system. And they're there to protect the owner. You know, liability is a big issue. With the cameras in place, there's proof of, you know, did an incident happen or did it not. It's definitely a theft deterrent because you announce to your employees that you have them. Again, we looked at a lot of systems and led us back to DuMac for this because it's the best. They're familiar with it, they know how to install it, and it just works perfectly. It makes a statement, and you know, you have to protect yourself and your employees and your customers, and just another necessary tool in this day and age to have a surveillance system. And this particular one that DuMac offers integrates with your touchscreen monitor, so if there's an incident, you can always go in and actually see what was poured and what was rung up, which, you know, without that feature, you're not going to find out much. So that, in and of itself, is another added value. I always do recommend DuMac. I think they're the best out there. I think they've been here a long time. They're going to be here a long time. And as I said, you know, you can invest in the best of anything, but if you don't have a good company behind it, to stand behind it, to work with you, educate you, and take care of the system, it really isn't a good value. So, you know, when you look to find a company that stands behind its product, DuMac is it. Great. Well, they certainly do take care of it, and it's a great tagline. I think it makes a statement, and it's very true. With a phone call, it's taken care of. We've never been in 25 years out of service with this unit, with this digital dining system, because they do take care of it. So that's great. That's a correct statement on your part.